podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time.
I have missed that intro. I have missed you, Charlie Touche, and I have missed the Go Time Dolphin fans. Before we truly delve into anything, just a bit of housekeeping. Obviously we weren't here last week. That's my fault. For those who don't know, I recently lost my biological dad, and last week was his funeral. So buried him last week, and just headspace, while I can talk Miami Dolphins whenever, last week we're kind of like just me and my family. So that's why we weren't here. So we apologize to all our fans, apologize to our Patreons, but we are back. We are here. We are here to talk all things Miami Dolphins. Obviously, we, as in me and Charlie Touche. Charlie, how are you?
No need for an apology on the heels of Mental Health Awareness Month. I think everybody will understand that sometimes you need that time for yourself and that space for yourself. So, as you said at the beginning, bro, the intro never gets old. And there isn't a time where we're about to hit the record button or press play on the live. And then it's like, yo, Go Time Dolphins. This is therapeutic for myself. And as just a man-to-man, bro, I'm always here for you, bro. It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. I got my co-host, Kadeem Simmons, with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Your favorite podcast, and Fanatics affiliates.
It sounds good. We have a bunch of affiliates. We have Fanatics. We also have, what's the other one? It is, what had it written down? Rogue Energy. Get 10% off your Rogue Energy drinks with code GOTIME. But again, we will probably delve into this we will probably delve into all of this over the next few weeks, discount codes, all that kind of stuff. Shout out to people in the comments. Shout out to JML, says greetings. Shout out to IMAX, says my condolences, Kadeem. I definitely understand. IMAX, condolences. Hope you are well. Not something I wish I could, or not something I can say, I'm glad to share with you recently losing our fathers. But yeah, same way my family are in your prayers. Your family are in my prayers. Get back into this. But no, yeah, honestly, condolences from myself.
Hey, bro. So we got some news over the past few days. We have some podcasts that have come out over the past few days. Shout out to the OGs. Udonis Haslam, Miami native, born and raised, has a podcast with Mike Miller. If you're a Miami Heat fan, then you remember Mike Miller hitting the 1-shoe-3 in the NBA Finals against the Spurs. I think it was against the Spurs in the NBA Finals. If it wasn't against the Spurs in the NBA Finals, it might have been against the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. But I think it was against the Spurs in the NBA Finals. The 1-shoe-3 he hit, his shoe fell off. And anyway, so they got a podcast together called The OGs, and Jaylen Waddle was on it. But Jaylen Waddle was on it prior to securing generational wealth, Kadeem. Jaylen Waddle is a wealthy man today on Go Time Dolphins as we record this podcast.
Yeah. For those who missed it, Waddle signed a 3-year contract extension worth $84.75 million with like 76 in guarantees and an $18.873 million signing bonus. That's a lot of zeros, a lot of millions, but I guess more importantly for Dolphin fans, it means he stays in Miami for the foreseeable future. Did you Did you expect Waddle to get a deal done before Tua?
We knew it was possible. Well, all right. You said before Tua. I thought you were going to say before the season started. So we knew it was possible that Jaylen Waddle would get extended this season, like before the season started, because it will open up some cap space for the Dolphins to bring in a couple more players. Like, hey, if we can extend Tua, then we can sign a couple players. If we can extend Waddle, then we can extend sign a couple players, bring in a couple more players, short-term contracts. If we can extend both of them, it really opens the door for a really good push this season because you can bring in more help. Did I expect to get it done before Tua? Absolutely not. And it's funny, Kadeem, because, and I'll get into this in a minute, but Jaylen Waddle, I believe, is now the third highest paid receiver in the league. Is that accurate? Or fifth highest? I know he's top 5, but I think he's the third highest. Either way you slice it, that's a lot of top highest something. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of, you're in the upper echelon of NFL receivers, and that tells you, this dude is a wide receiver 1. And the conversation of, do we pay Jaylen Waddle now or do we wait to pay him and see what happens, has been answered. Some of us were along had to believe that, he's playing next to Tyreek Hill. Maybe he doesn't have a season like a 1,400-yard season, but you would like him to. And then me and Sherrod Steve, bro, we had a little back and forth. And I'm like, bro, Tyreek Hill could get hurt again. And then Jaylen Waddle put up 1,600 yards. He put up 1,400 yards next to Tyreek Hill. So Tyreek Hill got hurt and Waddle was healthy. It's not far-fetched to believe he could put up 1,600 yards in one season. And then next thing you know, he's asking to be, nah, bro, I want to be the second highest paid or the first highest paid. So they got it done either way. And something, again, Sherrod Steve pointed out, like, you really wanted to get this done before the Brandon Ayuk contract. And there was somebody else in that conversation. Because if those boys come in and Waddle comes in at the same time, Waddle came in after them, then it's like, well, now I got to get more than Brandon Ayuk. So which was a valid point.
Shout out to Kenny Rankin, says what's up. But yeah, I was on the side of pay Waddle now. People saying let him play on the 5th-year option, and
I like how you had to point out that you were on the side of pay Waddle now, because I was not on the side of pay Waddle now. You know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't say I wasn't on the side of pay Waddle now, but Kadeem had to point it out, like, hey, well, one of us was on the side of pay Waddle.
No. I said I didn't say one of us. I said I was. I didn't throw you under the bus. I didn't throw you under no double-decker bus, no nothing. I just said I was on that side. Because yeah, if Waddle keeps on improving, that contract next year looks even higher. And I think, as many people expected, you wanted or you hoped Waddle could get done first before the likes of CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson gets paid. Charlie, I know you're a very, very busy man, but have you seen the Justin Jefferson contract?
It's not official yet, is it?
It's official. Got done today.
No, bro. So real quick. So I work night shift. So that means I slept my way through the Justin Jefferson contract. Like, I just woke up, and this is breaking news to me. I had no idea Justin Jefferson got signed. I have not seen it. What is the word, Kadeem?
So Jaylen Waddle, when he signed his contract, was the 4th highest wide receiver paid. He's now the 5th. Justin Jefferson, 4 years, 140 million, $35 million per year. You had to get that deal done. And listen, I don't think Waddle would have been asking for Justin Jefferson money, but getting that deal done before Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, it's helped the Dolphins. So listen, I'm sure that Justin Jefferson had this contract done weeks ago, just the final dots, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. But Justin Jefferson is the highest paid wide receiver, $35 million per year, $140 million 4-year deal.
So the other receiver I was talking about was T. Higgins. So Brandon Ayuk and T. Higgins come in. They're both, I guess, they're wide receiver 2s. I don't know that Brandon Ayuk is a wide receiver 1 or T. Higgins is a wide receiver 1. But I think when you start paying receivers in the 30s and high 20s, it's almost like you have to pay somebody to catch the ball for you. And now it seems as if people are getting paid like a wide receiver 1. I'm not here to say T. Higgins is a wide receiver 1. If he ends up in Buffalo as the wide receiver 1, sucks for them, in my opinion. So Justin Jefferson, on the other hand, has the chance, and this is not hyperbole. He can go down as the greatest receiver to ever play the game with the right combination of things happening, like the right quarterback. Maybe he's unhappy in Minnesota. Maybe he ends up somewhere where someone's going to get him the ball. Maybe I don't think JJ McCarthy is going to pan out to be anything, but I believe in Kevin O'Connell to get Justin Jefferson the ball. Justin Jefferson is a rare talent, bro. Shout out to the dead conversation that me and Bert had about who's better, Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. I think we already passed that. I would like to think we passed that. But anyway, Justin Jefferson deserves every single dollar to be paying the highest paid receiver in the league. So he's got that. And I can't believe I slept through that, bro. I got to get on the phone and see what's going on in the football world now. But yeah, I don't think Justin Jefferson contract would have anything to do with Waddle. But it's good to know Justin Jefferson got paid. Bro, did you see the podcast with Waddle on it? With Waddle, Haslam, and Mike Miller?
Yeah, I saw bits of it. It's one of those things where, no offense to Waddle, it's already not yet. It wasn't that memorable to me, if that makes sense. Nothing was like, oh my days, I must jump on right now and say X, Y, and Z. Again, it's always good to see these players sit down and get stuff off their chest, where possible. And yeah, there were a few things I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then like I think him talking about, I think it might be this interview where he says, like he saw Tua throw the ball, was like, yeah, I'm going to Bama. Like that's like
so Jaylen Waddle is from Houston, Texas, and he was recruited to Alabama, and he was also recruited to I forget the other school. He was recruited somewhere else. So when he went on his visit to Alabama, and they were pitching him, like, yo, Jalen Hurts is here. And I think he had a relationship with Jalen Hurts already. And then they were like, yo, but there's a dude behind Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, I don't really care for anybody behind Jalen Hurts. But he got there and he seen Tua throw the ball, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'm coming to Alabama. Like, yo,
that's the dude. Okay, yeah, we're good. Like,
yeah, like my future is secured. You know what I'm saying? I could trust that I would get the ball here in Alabama. There's a lot of good stuff in that interview, and just like you said, Kathleen, there was nothing really like, oh, y'all boys got to go see this interview. And I think it was recorded. It seemed as if it was recorded maybe a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Spoiler alert, prior to some other news coming out. So if you're a fanatic, shout out to the fanatics and Go Time Dolphins, shaking hands. You know that handshake emoji. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to fanatics and Go Time Dolphins. If you're a fanatic, check it out, man. UD is on there, Mike Miller's on there, and Jaylen Waddle's on there. There's a lot of good stuff. But just like Kadeem said, it wasn't something that it's a must-see, but it's pretty good content. Kadeem, bro, I got something that's as soon as I seen Waddle's contract, this was the first thing on my mind. I'm not gonna lie to you. Does it mean Tua doesn't get done before the season starts? Does this mean the Dolphins? Do you feel like the Dolphins pivoted and said, "Yo, Tua's taking what this Tua contract is taking too long. Let's go ahead and extend Waddle, free up a little bit of space, so we could bring in a couple more pieces, and there's a chance that this Tua thing doesn't get done." Does that feel like what's going on, or am I tripping?
So Kenneth Rankin asked, how do we feel about Waddle getting his money before Tua, or each contract before Tua? It doesn't bother me, because I think Dolphins still plan on getting Tua done. I think it's just a harder contract to do. You know, I I'm of the belief that the Dolphins are having multiple conversations with multiple players, or multiple players representatives. So Tua's representatives, Waddle's representatives, Tyreek's representatives, and we'll get to that shortly. You know, friend of podcast, Javon Holland's representative, like anyone whose contract is up or might need to restructure, the different conversations happening and stuff like that. Especially when, okay, we've spoken to Tua kind of wants around this park, or, you know, this ball figure, sorry, Waddle kind of wants this. How can we get all it done to kind of make everything fit and stuff like that? So I'm still to believe that come training camp, it will get done, especially when there's like a few more days left of like mini camp / OTAs, and then after that there is nothing. Also from June 1st, the 18.5 mil cap space which we got from letting go of Xavier Howard, that's now on, you know, like that's now back on the books basically. So a lot of people are speculating that will be used to sign the rookie class, and then maybe you sign player X from somewhere, or obviously that goes to Tua. So I'm in no worry that the Waddle contract being done first means Tua won't get done. I just think it's, you know, hey, I went out to the shop to get some apples and oranges. I got my oranges, now to get my apples.
So I don't think it's not gonna. I don't think Waddle's contract is the reason why Tua will not get done at all. I think Waddle's contract being done is because Tua's contract is taking so long. That's what I think. I don't think there's something there where it's like, oh well, we wanted to sign Waddle before we secured Tua. I don't think it's not like that. But here's my second thought. Maybe there is a world where Tua is betting on himself. And he says, listen, I want to secure my future. I would like to have $50 million a season. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that sounds wild coming out of my mouth right now, like $50 million a year as a quarterback. Maybe it is, it's a year. The year is the hang up. Maybe the Dolphins want 4 years guaranteed. Maybe Tua's side wants 3 years guaranteed, right? Or vice versa. Well, Tua wants 4 years and Dolphins want 3, and the contract locks him in for 4, but he wants another bite at the apple sooner. Who knows what the hang up is, right? And that being said, bro, I'm like, can you fathom a quarterback saying, nah, I'm good on $50 million a year? I'm not going to take this contract. I'm going to bet on myself one more season. And then I'm going to come back and next year I'm going to be worth $59 million a year or $60 million a year. Bruh, you know I like to gamble, Kadeem.
No, you like to say you're going to gamble and then not place the bet, and then the bet comes in, then you're like, I should have gambled. That's what you like.
Bruh. But this is not a gamble I'm taking if I'm Tua, bro. I'm not, or his agent. I'm not here to play with $10 million a season. And I'm just the speculation that it's 10, you know, because we kind of know it's in the ballpark, right? We seriously doubt the Dolphins are talking anything under $50 million a year. So if they're talking under $50 million a year, this deal's not getting done, and Tua's going to bet on himself, and he's not going to have a deal until next year. That's I'm speaking for Tua and his representation. Like if the first number isn't a 5, we might as well just wait for next season and talk next season. So it has to be in the 50s. Can you imagine, bro, this quarterback betting on himself? Like I don't see it happening. I think this gets done before the season starts, unless it is just the wildest disrespectful offer that I don't think the Dolphins would do. Well, I said I don't think the Dolphins would do, but there's a lot of disrespect in Tua's tenure earlier on with the Dolphins. So there's a chance that he bets on himself. But if I being a bet man, I think it gets done before the season starts. $50 million a year, bro. You say you were playing football to secure the future of your family. To $50 million sounds like security to me.
Yeah, there's been nothing, you know, on social media, in the news or anything to suggest that a deal won't get done. All the reports from the sources basically say, yeah, around training camp will be announced, and yeah, like it's again for people saying that Tua is going to hold out. Tua's been in the building. Tua's been throwing deep bombs to the rookies and stuff like that. So no, there's no worry. There's no nothing. But while you were sleeping, Justin Jefferson got his contract. Drew Rosenhaus came out and spoke about Tyreek Hill's contract. Basically, he was asked, as my dude, the worst time for my stat check to there we go. Basically, he was asked about Jefferson being the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, and Drew basically said, in terms of Tyreek Hill getting a potential raise, let's just say it's safe to acknowledge that I've been in touch with General Manager Chris Greer and Executive Brandon Shaw of the Dolphins. I have a fluid line of communication with them, and I've shared with them how Tyreek feels. And I'll also reiterate that Tyreek has said that he would love to finish his career here at the Dolphins. Without getting into any more specifics, the Dolphins know how we feel. There was also a tweet from, do you know the Antonio Brown podcast, CT ESPN, I think it is?
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, which, listen, to be fair, he's been hitting on some, like, that tweet, that kind of been hitting on some news. Like, I will give them credit for that. Like, it's insane how
it's just who it is. You know, it's the message, not the messenger, and it's hard to receive the message when he's the messenger. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's basically, the rumor is it's a 4-year, I think 140. Hold on, let me get this correct for what they reckon. CT ESPN. Also, what a name as well. Absolutely crazy. CT ESPN network.
Hold on, Kadeem. What contract are we talking about right now? That you talking about?
Tyreek Hill. So CT ESPN, they are projecting a 4-year, 140 million contract extension, including 85 million in guarantees. Now, again, it's the message, it's the messenger. No one really takes Antonio Brown seriously and CT ESPN seriously. However, they also have been, over the last few months, getting some stuff before everyone else, and at some point, you kind of got to at least take a quick side glance towards what they're saying before, probably taking them seriously. So that contract, what do you make of that projection?
So I want to be clear. I was over here. I really don't do the phone thing while I'm trying to podcast, but I wanted a stack check too. In 2022, Tyreek Hill signed a contract with the Dolphins to be the highest paid. I want to say player in the NFL. Maybe it was his highest paid receiver. I guess it was highest paid receiver. Highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL was 2022. That was Tyreek. The same way Justin Jefferson just got it. That was Tyreek in 2022. And again, like we had with the quarterback conversation, it's just who's next to reset the market. Everyone doesn't reset the market, but if you're in that upper echelon, if you're in the elites, Kadeem, this is why there's only, in my opinion, one tier of elite. There's no multiple tiers of elite. If you're elite, you reset the market. If you don't, you just come close to resetting it. And that's a lot of money too. So here's the thing with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill has 3 seasons left on his contract: 2024, 2025, and 2026. However, he does not have any more guaranteed money on his contract after this season. I believe it's after this season. He doesn't have any more guaranteed money on his contract. So him wanting to renegotiate isn't saying, yo, my contract's up, I need a new contract, and this is what I want. He's saying, hey, I need some more guaranteed money. Now we can restructure some stuff on the current contract we have, and will you give me some guaranteed money? But I need security to have that guaranteed security. You feel me? So here's my thing. I'm all for people coming back to the table to renegotiate. It's hard for me to renegotiate, Kadeem, when has Tyreek been what we needed him to be? Like, listen. I'm not saying he hasn't, but let's just think about this. Like, what's going on here? Are we gonna redo this for Tyreek like we redid it for Xavier Howard? Give him 35 million, match Justin Jefferson, give him some more guaranteed money to have him drop balls? Or yeah, he had 1,700 yards receiving. That's cool. But he was hurt. He was limping around. Like, I don't know, bro. If I'm the first to the running to the counter, putting my ticket in to pay Tyreek Hill more money. Like, we have a contract, bro. This is the contract you negotiated. I need you to honor this contract. We got another wide receiver one.
It's definitely a difficult one, and I think it's a conversation which, if the Dolphins can hold out until the end of the season, they probably might have even more bargaining power. Like, if the Washington rookies go off even somewhat, the Dolphins can say, well, like you just said, Charlie, we've got a wide receiver one, and in both Washington, we've got guys who can step up, and they stepped up this year. If you get anything out of EZE, like, we've got a wide receiver room, behind you, Tyreek. Like, we understand that you want to get back to, from what I'm looking at right now, he's currently the fourth highest paid wide receiver, on average at 30 million a year. Amon-Ra St. Brown is at like 30.002 mil.
Just got done this year. Go ahead.
And AJ Brown is at 32 mil.
Just got done this year.
So we're talking that, like, between Hill at 4 and Brown at 2 is $2 million. Between Hill at 4 and Jefferson at 1, that's $5 million. It could be a case of, I just want, some guarantee, some more security in my contract. For me, it's a case of, that's great. We need to get Tua done, and in my opinion, we need to get friend of the podcast Von Holland done. If we can get those two done, and then there's money at the table for you, and we can move some things around, then hey, you've been great in your 2 years. We need you to be amazing, but since you've arrived, you've gone back-to-back 1,700 yard seasons. It's clear you are a key part of this team, key part of this offense. Hey, we've just won a ring. Of course, we can give you the money. Like, it's. I think it's a contract that needs to be done at the end of the season. I can't imagine him sitting out the off season because he doesn't renegotiate his contract. But strange things have happened.
Kadeem, hold on. Do you know who Randy Jackson is?
The MMA fighter. That's Rampage Jackson.
Randy Jackson is a musician.
Oh yeah, from Pop Idol. That's no
American
for me,
Idol.
dog.
Right. Yeah, you just took the words out of my mouth. It's a no for me, dogs. Like, listen, y'all thought I dislike. Oh, I actually did dislike Xavier Howard. Didn't want him to keep renegotiating and holding us hostage, and I didn't want to give him none of the money. It's a no for me, dogs. Like, nah, we not doing this, Tyreek. Like, I appreciate you, and I'm a fan of you more than I was of Xavier Howard. But this is the precedent that Miami Dolphins have set. The Miami Dolphins have set. Xavier Howard did it, and now Tyreek feel like he can do it. And then what you're gonna do? Not give it to Tyreek? You gave it to Xavier Howard, who was undeserving of it, by the way. Tyreek is actually deserving of it. So now you got to do it. You got to give it to Tyreek. So who's going to be the next one to hold our feet to the fire? Tua's going to get 50. Tua's probably going to get $52 million a year. Get to the AFC Championship 2 years later. Hey, I need 57. You know what I'm saying? So now everyone's going to hold our feet to the fire all over. I don't like it. You got to put your foot down and you got to say, Tyreek, guess what? You get $31 million a year. You are the fourth highest paid receiver in the league, only because
30 million, not 31.
$30 million a year. You're the fourth highest receiver in the league, only because 3 receivers signed 2 months ago and today. You know what I'm saying? So they just surpassed you recently. You're not going to hold out, Tyreek. You're not going to demand a trade, Tyreek. And if you do, someone's going to pay you whatever you want, $35 million a year. But guess what? It's going to be $35 million a year, and you're going to go to Carolina, and you're going to be playing with Bryce Young and trying to help him come out of his shell in his career, bro, and you're gonna be irrelevant forever. So this is another one that I'm chilling. Like, nope, I'm not paying Tyreek Hill more money. You just got your deal. You know what I'm saying? So bro. Like, and you said even if we win the Super Bowl, I give you a couple. Nah, bro. Like, I want to win another Super Bowl. So Tyreek, bro, you're climbing up in age. You don't catch all your passes. Bro, there's touchdowns, Kadeem. There were touchdowns that he dropped that we needed, bro. Especially if you're trying to hit a season-long parlay worth a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? We needed that one touchdown, bro.
You're that guy.
You're
You're that guy. Hey, you in my fantasy
bro.
team. You in my betting slip. Bro.
We're not paying Tyreek more money. And shout out to Conor McGregor. How much money is enough money? How much money is enough money? Bro, no, bro, we're not paying him more money. I am steadfast. We are not paying Tyreek more money. We shouldn't have paid Xavier Howard more money. And that is it. He has his contract, $30 million a year, perform, take us to where we need to be, and that's it.
So just looking at the Dolphins with their new Dolphins with their new intro videos and stuff like that, seeing Jalen Ramsey. IMAX just asked, trade to Tyreek Hill, trading for Brandon Ayuk or T. Higgins if Freak becomes a distraction. I'll let you go first with that, Charlie.
Hey, Jaylen Waddle on that podcast said Jalen Ramsey is brought everything to that defense, bro. And that's, again, another part of that podcast where I'm like, oh, that's pretty revealing. Like, Jalen Ramsey is a dude. Trade Tyreek Hill for T. Higgins or Brandon Ayuk. That's another no for me, dogs. Neither one of those boys are the type of player that Tyreek Hill is. They're just more traditional X receivers. There's nothing traditional about Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is his own entity. He is his own position. He's not an X, Y, or a Z. He is, we could do whatever you want with Tyreek Hill. There's very few players in the NFL that you could have that same conversation with. And AJ Brown just got paid. He's not even that. AJ Brown is just a traditional X. I would say Justin Jefferson is his own player too, but there are very few players ever that you can just play sandlot football with like Tyreek Hill, and he's untradeable. So he's just gonna either retire because we don't give him more money, or he's just gonna be unhappy for the next 3 seasons. But bro, you get $30 million a year. This is the contract you brought. We negotiated. It's not like you outperformed your contract. That's a different conversation, because I think Xavier Howard outperformed his contract and wanted more, and I still didn't want to give it to him. Tyreek didn't outperform his contract yet. You know what I'm saying? So bro, we're not having this conversation. I appreciate you though, Tyreek.
What would be outperforming his contract look like for you?
Outperforming his contract is catching passes when you need him to catch passes. And I know we just made a joke of it, but bro, Kadeem, you can't tell me, bro, that there weren't times where you're like, bro, we needed that. Like, or there weren't times where you're like, yo, we absolutely needed that. And there's some games where games were on, like, their passes, like, yo, Tyreek catches this. We don't know what this game looks like. I think there was a Raven game where he dropped the touchdown and we had to settle for 3. Like, what does that game look like? Do we rush at halftime? You know what I'm saying? Because we're down. If Tyreek would have caught that touchdown, there's no bro. Outperforming is actually just doing what you're supposed to do. And 1,700 yards is cute. You know what I'm saying? 100 receptions is cute, bro. But you're not there when we need you the most. He was hurt in the games where we needed him. Like, he was hurt in the playoffs. Hurt. Hold up, Kadeem. He was hurt at the end of the season. So, in my opinion, if he's available when we need him the most and does what he's supposed to do when we need him the most, and I'm not like, yo, you didn't have 200 yards in a playoff game. I didn't say that. Just catch the pass, catch the balls when we need you to catch them. Like, this is a real conversation. So you weren't available and you're dropping passes, like important passes. If you are available and you catch those passes, you would most likely outperform. Like, oh, dude has 1,700 yards and he delivered for us when we needed him the most. That's the difference. That's $30 million. That's what you pay for. It's, if we didn't, bro. And the more I talk
I
about
think
this, I'm standing on it, bro. The more I talk about it, nah, that's it, bro. Like, if you would do what you had to do, like, we would have no problem paying you more. You're not doing what you have to do.
Tyreek Hill has come to Miami and done stuff that we didn't think he would do,
Which I appreciate.
So that's outperformed his contract. Like,
no, it's not outperforming. You got paid to do that. You got paid to do what he did.
No, he got paid to do what I literally just said. I literally said Tyreek Hill came to Miami and he's doing things we didn't think he would do. You somewhat agreed with me.
I said we appreciate it. I said we appreciate it.
So if we appreciate him doing what we didn't think he would do, is that not you agreeing that he outperformed his contract?
What is hold on. So when you said things, we could disagree on what the things are that we didn't think he would do. 1,700 yards is in the realm of, this is what I like for my wide receiver one. That's not a reach. That's not outperforming. That's like, I want to see my receiver with 1,700 yards. What I'm thinking is like some of the, he was a part of the 70-point blowout. Cool. Tyreek Hill put up 200 yards multiple times. Cool. He's doing things that we didn't think we would see. Like when you're on a DraftKings, you're taking prop bets and it says plus over under 200-yard games from Tyreek Hill this season. I don't think he's going to hit that, but if he gets 4 or 5, it's like, I didn't expect it, but cool. That's not outperforming. That's just, I didn't expect that to happen. So again, I appreciate it.
And don't get me wrong, I do get what you're saying. It's that so JML says, loves the chance to just chill and watch us chop it up with each other in the viewers. Outperforming the contract is catching touchdowns against the Titans. And that is true. Let me finish. That Titans game where he came out, the offense started, he came back in, got us into a position where we're winning the game, and then the defense fumbled the ball. What more do you want to do in that game? He literally sparked the 14 points, which gave the Dolphins the lead, because when he wasn't playing, we were completely dead.
Kadeem, I'm so glad we're doing this. He dropped a pass. He dropped a touchdown in the Eagles game too. So the Eagles game where Tua got all this criticism, I had to go back and watch it like, dang, maybe I missed something. And Tua was I cannot wait. I really want to sit down and watch the Eagles game with people. Bro, went back and watched the Eagles game. Tua was the reason we were in the game. Kept us in the game. Tyreek Hill dropped the touchdown in that game. We had a 7-4 field goal.
Didn't he also catch a touchdown which got called back for a holding call?
Yeah, but still, hold on. Well, let's talk about the one where we had to settle for the field goal, though. He took points off the board because he dropped the touchdown. So now, no,
because isn't that the same drive? We had to settle for the field goal because the touchdown pass that he did catch got called back for holding.
I cannot confirm or deny that that's the same exact drive. I don't know that it is the same exact drive. I can't do that. But I'm just saying, bro, like, you can't be dropping passes and selling it for 3, and then we losing games to the tough teams, and then say, I want more money. Nah, bro, that's not how this works.
But then
as if he's underpaid.
Then I could also turn around and say that Jaylen Waddle is currently the 5th highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, and he also has drops. Now, essentially, it's if you're paying someone 30 mil, essentially you have to be completely perfect, which is fine. But everyone, unless your name is Larry Fitzgerald, everyone has drops, and some of them are in the worst possible time, and that's unfortunate. But at some point, what do you do? To go, do you know what? What do we do? Like, asking for perfection is one thing, but we're
not asking for perfection, bro. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm just shout out to Larry Fitzgerald. I have to get that in there. The craziest stat in the history of football belongs to Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald has more tackles than drop passes. That is the wildest stat in the history of the NFL. He's a wide receiver, by the way. Bro, I don't need him to be perfect. I don't need the 4th highest paid receiver in the league and the 5th highest paid receiver in the league to be perfect. I just need them to not lead the league in drop passes.
I don't think they lead the league in drop passes.
They do. They just officially don't lead the league in drop passes. Kadeem, we did this before. No, Kadeem, don't play, bro.
No.
Don't play. Kadeem, no.
Say what you just said again.
Kadeem,
so they lead the league in drop passes, but not officially.
Kadeem,
so that's what we're doing.
Kadeem, how many drop passes do you think Tyreek Hill had last year?
Genuinely, I couldn't tell you.
All right. Well, the prior season, we it was a thing on this podcast. Like, and I don't want, this is a Go Time Dolphins, and there are some fans out there on social media that are super extra about, drops passes, trade them, and go take shots at people's families. This is not that. This is just a real professional conversation, bro. You can't drop passes getting paid $30 million. You can't lead the league in drop passes. So there was a season 2 seasons ago where Jaylen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, it felt like they led the league in drop passes. And then when we looked up the stat towards the end of the season, they only had like 5 or 6 or 4 or 5. And it was like, wait a minute, I remember like 8 of them. So we had to have the conversation of what constitutes, what is the definition of a drop pass? Like, what is a drop pass? How is this stat developed? How is this stat governed, I guess? You know what I'm saying? Like, who decides what is a drop pass? Because I for sure remember more than 5 or 6 drop passes from Waddle and Tyreek. So they lead the league in drop passes, bro. They just not getting credit for these drops. Like, same way you would want credit for your receptions, you need to be getting credit for your drops.
So I've looked at 2 different websites, and the top 2 leaders in drop passes are the same. So I'm looking at fantasypros.com and Fox Sports. I guess they're not the most.
What year are we talking about?
This year,
what season?
2023.
So the previous season, last year, 2023, who led the league in drops?
According to these 2 websites, Puka Nacua with 13 led the leagues in drops.
Who? Oh, no. Let's go to the actual season, and the actual season that we're talking about. 2022 is the season where I believe they led the league in drops. It was 2022. The season in question.
2022. So, according to this website, Zay Jones led the league in drops at 12.
All right,
Amari Cooper was.
Hold on. So let's find Tyreek and Waddle. And I if I remember correctly, they only ended with like 6 to 8, and I felt like that was low. But let's see what they got.
Hill has 8, and Waddle has 7. That was last year. If you let me, so on that list, Hill is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th. Above him are Devontae Adams, Romeo Dubes, Cortland Sutton, Debo Samuel, Gabe Davis, Jamar Chase, Amari Cooper, and Zay Jones. Tyreek Hill is 10th. You got Devonta Smith behind him, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins, Deontay Johnson, Stephon Diggs, and Jaylen Waddle. That was from 2022.
Bro,
let me finish. Had you stuck at 2023, where I said Puka Nacua was first at 13.
Mm-hmm.
Second was Tyreek Hill at 12. Had you stuck at 2023, but you wanted to go back to 2022 and ruin your case. And the thing is, I even tried to let you. I'm like, Charlie, no, go back. So, and
bro,
also, so last year,
and he didn't even play every game. Kadeem, he was
Jaylen
second in drops and didn't even play every game.
Jaylen Waddle last year apparently had 4.
Bro, Tyreek 12 drops, second in the league, didn't even play every game. Kadeem, bro, nah, bro, you're not getting more money. I need you to catch passes. I need you to not lead the league in drops before you start asking for more money. Am I tripping?
Well, he hasn't led the league in drops, but it is what it is.
Nah, Kadeem, you get out of here, bro. You tripping right now, bro. You on one right now.
I'm looking at the numbers.
I need you to not be in the top 3 in drops before you start asking for more money.
Oh, so now we're moving the goalposts. Do you say that in the US? Did you say that in the US? Moving the goalposts.
I'm done, bro. I'm done. Yeah, and you know what else we say? Ballpark. Kadeem messing around. Kadeem said ball figure and figure park. I'm like, bro, they don't got no baseball parks in England. That's why he couldn't say it right. But I just let it slide.
Ever seen one? Shout out to Lucian Jackpot says, can we see drops as a percentage of targets? I can see percentage of team targets. but I can't see drop. But that's one thing I will work on. Two things before we get into bonus time, and Charlie has more things. One, Charlie, I know you've been sleeping, so I don't think you saw the news that Larry Allen passed away, age 52.
That's unfortunate.
So yep, Larry Allen passed away, one of the best NFL offensive linemen of all time. Passed away today at 52. But on a somewhat happier note, Charlie, yesterday, Sunday, myself and Hannah Montana through 5 Yard Lee and 5 Yard Lee mum, shout out to 5 Yard Lee's mum, booked Miami. We are plane booked, hotel booked, Friday the 6th of September until Friday the 20th of September. I am officially in Miami. Still need to get our tickets for the Jacksonville game and the Buffalo game. But at the very, 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 very least, I am touching down in Miami for the first time from the 6th to the 20th of September.
Hey, I need those dates. Text them to me, and I'm in the building.
Will do. And Jason Keck also agrees with you, saying he could be a little bit better, but he's not bitching. That's on Tyreek Hill. Yeah, Emmett posted an emotional post about him or to him. Also, actually, very quickly as well, Dolphins fans lost a good one. A woman called Deb last week. So shout out to Deb, rest in peace. A really, really amazing person on Twitter and social media. And shout out to JML, just dropped a $5 super chat. Says leads the league in drop passes by 30 million receivers. That is on Tyreek Hill. So once again,
first super chat, isn't that, Kadeem?
Second, both of them $5, both of them from JML.
Hey, JML, we appreciate you, and we also appreciate and thank you in advance to anyone else who rocks with us in the super chat too, man, and the patrons, bro. Appreciate you, JML.
Luch and Jackpot says, good stuff, Kadeem. Enjoy the trip and get us a W. Charlie, I'm 0-3 in Dolphins live games. It needs to turn around. ASAP.
Kadeem, if we lose to Jacksonville, bro.
I already said I'm not going Buffalo. Like, I'm not doing it. There's no
way. No. You can still go, but it's just confirmed that you can't go after those two games. Like, we're not gonna mess up your trip. You can still go to the Buffalo game, but nah, bro. If we lose to Jacksonville, it is not looking good for you in future Dolphin games. You're just gonna have to listen to the stadium from the parking lot and wait for us to come out.
If I fly to Miami and watch the Dolphins take back-to-back on the space of 5 days, like, I would much rather not go to Buffalo or not go to Buffalo game and just like get the win as opposed to going and seeing a W. So seeing a loss, like,
nah, bro. But we have to confirm that you can't go to bad games tomorrow. So we need
enough.
But we need confirmation. You're already going to be there, so we might as well not send you to a different game like sometime in the future. Like you can do the Buffalo game since you're going to be there. Like, you know what? Let's just get this out of the way and confirm, or let's just get our affirmation. Like, all right, Kadeem can't go to no games no more. But that's here nor there. Let's get into bonus time. Y'all know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time.
Shout out to JML. He says, I was at the game where we beat the Colts the last time Peyton Manning was in our division. That was sweet. And he also says, I appreciate you guys and all the guys that show up in the chat for the videos. You got some good people in here. We really do. That includes you, JML, I am Max, Lucian Jackpot, Jason Keck, every single person who has ever dropped a like, shared the video, subscribed. We appreciate every single one of you.
Hey, don't underrate how important the comments are, bro. Sometimes the comments can change the entire podcast, and we have a show based on the comments. So we appreciate y'all in the comments, especially you, JML, for sure.
Definitely. Charlie, 3-day mandatory minicamp starts tomorrow. We had obviously the voluntary ones of the last week or so. Some of the highlights being the deep pass to Taj Washington. I think some of the orange jersey winners have been Fender Podcast, Javon Holland, Duke Riley, Liam Eichenberg, and I think David Long Jr. What are you looking? I don't say what you're looking forward to seeing because it's training camp is what it is, but what are you kind of hoping to get outside of the obvious no injuries?
Malik Washington had a one-hand snag too, and in practice. But I answered what I'm looking forward to, Kadeem. I'm looking forward to some of them playlists. If you're a Dolphin fan, you know that we have white practice jerseys and aqua practice jerseys, and every practice an orange jersey is selected for basically who had the best practice last practice or something like that, or who's like player of the practice or something like that. And whoever wins the orange jersey gets to don the orange jersey, gets to make the playlist for practice. And I believe it was friend of the podcast, Austin Jackson. And I could be wrong, but I think Austin Jackson's playlist had one of my go-to karaoke songs, Kadeem. And I'm like, I ain't even gonna lie to you, I did not know me and AJ was in sync like this, bro. I'm like, yo, I rock with this dude playlist. Kadeem, karaoke song. If there was a song that you had to sing, all right, let's say aliens came down on the planet. Aliens came down, and they said, Kadeem Simmons, you have to sing a song, and not Happy Birthday or nothing like that. Don't pick no easy song. You have to sing one of your favorite songs, and you cannot miss a word. You have to sing it doesn't have to be good. You don't have to be able to sing it well, but you have to get all the words right. What is that song that you go to save the world? This is the fate of the planet is in Kadeem Simmons' hands. What song can Kadeem Simmons recite word for word, line for line to save the fate of the earth?
See, I was gonna say Pharrell Frontin, but the Jay-Z rap always trips me up. I don't know. I think it's one of those things where sometimes the song comes on, I just happen to know all the words without really thinking about it, but I couldn't sit here and say, is this one particular song? So yeah, Pharrell Frontin would be my go-to song. I just won't rap the Jay-Z first and hope that they don't kill me.
All right. I need everyone in the comments. I want to see these songs. Fate of the world is in your hands, and you have to sing a song line for line. What is that song that you can sing line for line? It doesn't have to be sung well. It's just you know all the words of the song line for line to save the fate of the planet. My song, Kadeem, happens to be my go-to karaoke song too. You know what I'm saying? And it was on friend of the podcast, Austin Jackson's playlist when he got the orange jersey. You want to know what it is?
If it's not Charlie to Shay Go Time, then I have no idea.
It's Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find, reaching for something in the...
So that can make a player of the day playlist, but R&B can't.
Bro, that's a dope song, bro.
There was some dope R&B songs.
No. Bro, that is an inspirational. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let. That's a record, Kadeem. Shout out to IMAX. He gave us Christopher Cross, Ride Like the Wind. Line for line. Saving the world. Line for line. Unwritten. I could do it.
You sang a song on the previous episode, which Tom Bolton called out in our UK WhatsApp Dolphin chat, and I didn't realize what it was. Was that some rock song? Oh, I have to get my phone and like, bear me 2 seconds. I need to get my phone to call out this song because I had never heard of this band before until you sung it, and then I heard the song. It's actually quite a dope song. So 2 seconds.
All right. No, it's not a surprise that Kadeem hasn't heard of something. Like, you know, Kadeem is notorious for not hearing about movies or not watching certain movies. And like, bro, how have you not seen this movie? So now I guess there's a song that he hasn't heard that actually turned out being a good song. Can't wait to see what song he's talking about because I can't remember it. He said we were in a group chat that I know it. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten.
So many chats instead. Right, let's have a look if I can quickly find it. Tom links. So many links as well. This is really bad podcasting if you're watching.
JML said, only song I ever sang on karaoke is a previous boss. Made me singing at work, a work party at a bar. It was Jimmy Buffett, and he swore to me if I didn't sing it, I would be fired. What song was it? What song was it, JML? What Jimmy Buffett song did you sing at a work party?
So this song was
As Kadeem looks up his song.
Stained.
Oh, it's been a while since I could hold my head up high. And it's been a while.
So Tom Bolton was like, I find your lack of Stained knowledge disturbing. I was like, I don't know who Stained are. And then
he said he found it disturbing.
As in the fact that I didn't know who they were.
I thought he said that I liked it was disturbing.
Oh no. And then shout out to Tim Caro. Literally has a Stained CD. He found a Stained CD. Like that is insane.
Shout out to Tim.
Like that is, but no, I played the song and I was like, actually, yeah, it was a decent song. So yeah, Jason Keck said that's Stained. Like, and JML said, no idea, bro. I was drunk. So let's work out what karaoke song that was. Do you know what? I might do Nickelback Rockstar. I think I could do every single word of Nickelback Rockstar.
So there's a chance that Kadeem could say the word. That's a good song too, though. Hey, what's up with? Well, how come people say dudes that like Nickelback are fruity? Like I thought Nickelback was straight. What's up with that, bro?
Listen, shout out to that comment on Pride Month. I have no idea. I think that there's kind of like a bland rock band. Like they weren't doing anything hardcore, but called themselves like a rock band. No, Chad Kroger and Josie Scott, Hero, the soundtrack to the first Spider-Man movie. Yeah, Nickelback had some. Listen, I'm a massive Nickelback fan, which says a lot. And then also, I know Hannah Montana's karaoke song would be Toto Africa.
I could have told you that. I knew it was gonna be Toto Africa, bro. Like, because Kadeem don't appreciate how good Toto Africa is.
Maybe in Miami we do a karaoke night. Just so you know.
Bro, that is it. That's it. We're gonna have a karaoke night when Kadeem comes to Miami. It might be the same night where I give him and Hannah Montana their wedding gift. Like we'll figure it out, man. Maybe we get some clips of the karaoke, the Go Time karaoke. Oh man, I got some songs for you, bro. I might go to another one of my go-tos. Let's see. I can't. I'm on the spot right now. I can't. I don't want to put it on you right now, bro.
No worries. Welcome, Cap for Life. And then Jason Keck said I like Nickelback. I like Nickelback as well. Nickelback are cool. Like, or maybe some Linkin Park songs.
Oh, I rock with Linkin Park, bro.
Yeah. See, like some Linkin Park.
I rock with Linkin. So I can't do Linkin Park karaoke though, but I do rock with Linkin Park. Heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. Real heavy.
I know most of Hybrid Theory actually. Yeah. Mary J. Blige, Share My World. Like I could do all of that. Listen, it'll be interesting. It will be really,
bro. You know what? I know what song I'm gonna sing.
What's that?
I know what song I'm gonna sing at Go Time Karaoke, bro. Hey, do we get copyright infringements for singing on the live?
No. Only if you think it's so well, they think it's you, but no.
Bruh. It's a wrap. I can't spoil it. They just gonna have to see it. But bruh, yeah. I already know what song I'm singing, bro.
JML being a Nickelback hater and Cap for Life saying, rumor has it only 7 million of the 20 million of Xavier Howard relief is available this year. Is this true? I don't think so. Like, I've seen various people say that the Dolphins have opened up 18.5 million in cap space, and that's solely due to Xavier Howard. So, yeah, I don't know where that rumors come from, but is what it is. A few more before we leave. IMAX says, what about Fort Minor? I didn't really get into Fort Minor. Charlie, do you know who Fort Minor are?
I don't.
One of the guys from Linkin Park kind of like had his own band, Fort Minor.
Oh, I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
I might like it.
And then JMR quickly says, we need 6 million to sign a rookie, so it's actually 12. That makes sense. I think people kind of said, yeah, the 18 million Xavier Howard cap relief will be used for the sign a rookie class. And then, yeah, Linkin Park paper cut is my jam. Listen, tomorrow morning on the way to work, I'm going to listen to some Linkin Park while
I'm
listening to
Linkin Park right now. I'm on the way to work. I'm on the way to work in about an hour.
Charlie, got anything to say before we leave?
I didn't know they were gonna like copyright infringers, so I just hummed it.
I couldn't even work out what it was. Not gonna lie.
Stop it, bro. Hey, what song did I just hum? In the comments, real quick. What song did I just hum?
Yeah. IMAX says Fort Minor is Mike Schroeder's hip hop group. JMR says peace. Linkin Park, what I've done.
Yes, bro.
Dude, that kind of like, listen. After a while I stopped listening to Linkin Park. Same way after what like we do need to go. But that new Eminem song, trash. Houdini, like just put it in the bin. Awful.
Like, we out of here, man.
We are.
Kadeem Payton.
Guys, reach out. See you on the next one. Thank you for joining us on this one. And shout out to Jack, said they're not like us. Good luck with that. Guys, on the next one. Oh, let's get rid of that comment so it doesn't stay on to the end. Yep, guys. Peace.